welcome once again to Mondays with Marty. My name's Cassie, and this is my dog Marty. And today's session is actually going to be pretty short and sweet because I wanted to tell you about a new product we brought in that you may not have seen. And it is the Boss Dog Paw Treat Tray. So this is a pretty cool product. It gives you the opportunity to make treats for your dogs. They can be frozen treats or oven-baked treats. This is what the mold looks like. It's a silicone mold, which is a super great feature for a couple reasons. One, it can withstand both very high and very low temperatures. So you can bake this in the oven. It's recommended that you don't put it in any higher than 430 degrees, but that still gives you a pretty good range for baking your own dog treats. And it can withstand negative temperatures of down to below 40 degrees, which also is pretty good because most of your freezers aren't going to be below 40 degrees. So anyway, you can make frozen treats with these, which is super great little fresh treat for your dog in the summertime because it gets pretty hot. And for Marty, that's like 9 months out of the year because he's hot all the time. Even when we go running in 32 degrees, he will get in the water. But anyway, so you can make frozen treats in these using frozen goat's milk, bone broth. You can add in some different things when you use both of those bases. For example, I actually made some yesterday using the Primal Pumpkin Spice Goat Milk. So you can see the little paw print there. And I included, I had some crumbs left over from some dog treats that I had that I threw in. A couple of these actually have fruit in them. I used some blueberries and a few raspberries just to add some different flavors in there. So it's a great way to make a nice cold treat for your dog. Additionally, it's a good way to portion out some bone broth and goat's milk if you want to give that to your dog with their meals, or cat for that matter, with their meals. Because it is a set quantity in each of these, so you know exactly how much you're giving them. Just pop 1 or 2 of them in your dog's bowl for their breakfast or dinner, and you're good to go. As far as baked treats go, I haven't actually baked any in these yet because I just took one home. But there are lots of recipes online for you to look at if you just search them. Boss Dog also has a few on their website for you to try. So if you do try some, feel free to share them because I would like to see some of your creations. But yeah, it's a great little way to provide your dog with a frozen treat, and it's good for puppies when they're teething too because it's cold, so it kind of is a little soothing for their gums. Just be careful that you aren't giving it to a puppy that's just going to swallow it whole. They do need to chew these up, so just be mindful of that. But Marty, oh, sorry buddy, had one earlier and there you go. He is a big fan. So yeah, Boss Dog Paw Treat Tray. Feel free to check it out, and just to show you how this works, I'm actually going to make a couple for you. The one thing to remember when you are making these, and this I have learned through personal trial and error, is you shouldn't fill it up that full because as liquid freezes, of course, it expands. So if you fill them up too full, they will overflow. So that one's definitely going to overflow because I got a little heavy with the pouring. And I'm going to use this as an opportunity to clean out some of the powder in my treat bag and go ahead and add it to these little future frozen treats from Marty, and he's going to be really amped about that. And basically this is just, I use a lot of freeze-dried treats which tend to get really crumbly and turn into a powder. So I always have a lot of powdered treats available in my treat bag. Now one tip there's 2 tips that I'd give you. When you go to put this in your freezer overnight, put it on a hard surface. So in this case, I'm putting it on a cutting board. I will be honest, at home last night I just put it on a pizza box, frozen pizza box. That worked fine. But just something to keep it level and steady while it's freezing. And if you have a cookie tray or some small tray with little low edges, that would also be good, just in case any overflows, then it doesn't get in your freezer. So take this, pop it in the freezer overnight, and you'll be good to go. And I'm actually going to stick this in our freezer. Stay. And we'll have frozen treats tomorrow. And that's it. So that's for you tonight. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will see you in 2 weeks.